Hello students, we are going to start practical number 15, that is refractive index of prism. And here this is the course outcome for this practical, that is use the basic principles of heat and optics for related engineering applications. And here this is the practical learning outcome, that is use pin method to determine refractive index of prism. And here we know that when light is travels from one medium to another medium, then it is refracted and enters the new medium at a different angle, and the degree of bending of that light path depends on the angle that the incident beam of light makes with the surface of the prism and on the ratio between the refractive indices of the two media. And we know that there are two laws of refraction. First is the incident ray, refracted ray and normal lie in same plane, and second law is for any two media the ratio of sine angle of incidence to the sine angle of refraction is constant, and that constant is known as refractive index, and that law is known as Snell's law. And the constant of proportionality is called as the refractive index, and it is of the second medium with respect to the first medium. And here this is the diagram of prism. Here these are the normals drawn to the prism. This is the incident ray. It enters from this air medium to denser medium, therefore it changes its path. Then again it enters from the denser medium to rarer medium, then it again changes its path, and this is called as the angle of deviation. When we join this actual path of incident ray and this is the refracted ray, when we join both, then this is called as the angle of deviation. And here this is the circuit diagram or experimental setup for this practical number 15. Here this is the diagram of prism. This is pin 1, pin 2. This is angle of incidence. This is normal. This is again normal. And here these are the images of these pin 1 and pin 2. And this is angle of emergence. And here these are the resources required for this practical. First is prism, glass prism. Second is drawing board. Then paper pins, protractor and scale. And now we start the actual practical. Here these are the instruments required for practical. First is this drawing sheet, then prism, this is equilateral prism, protractor and scale, and these are paper pins. And here first we draw the outline of this prism. Here place the prism and draw the outline of that prism. Here this is the outline of that prism. A, this is B and this is C. Then draw the perpendicular to this surface, that is AB and AC. Here first we measure that length. Here that length is 5 cm. Take a middle point, that is 2.5. Here also same. That length is same 2.5. Then draw perpendicular to this surface. Then place this protractor. This is angle 90 degree, that is tangent to this surface. This is called as normal N1, and here again we draw tangent to this surface. This is normal N2. And here measure the angle 30 degree from this normal. Then place here this protractor. Here measure this angle. This is 0, 10, 20 and this is angle 30. Then join this point. This is angle 30 degree. Suppose this is PQ. Then here on this line fix the paper pins. Here this first pin is fixed and here this is the second pin. Then place this prism. Then observe the images of these pins from this side AC. This is side AC. This is side AB. Now we observe that, and after that fix the pins, images of that pins. Here this is the surface AC and here we observe the images of these pins. See here, and where the image of that pin is seen, then at that point fix this another pin. In here I see the image of this first pin, therefore I fix that pin, and here this is the second pin. Here now we observe that here these pins are seen in a straight line. You can also observe this. Then after that we remove these pins, and here this is pin 1, this is pin 2. Suppose here we write here this is A1, A2, this is A3 and A4. Then join these points. And this is the actual refracted ray. This is incident ray, this is refracted ray, and this is emergent ray. This arrow shows the path of that light, and this is angle of emergence. Then now we measure the angle of emergence from this normal. Then here it is equals to, see there, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. This angle is equals to 40 degree. That means here it is observed that when light enters from air medium and when it enters into denser medium, it changes its path, and when it again returns to the air medium from denser to rarer medium, then its angle of emergence is larger as compared to that angle of incidence. And here this is the observation table for this practical. First column is angle of incidence, in degrees, then angle of refraction in degrees, and here angle of deviation in degrees. Then here they give the angles in degrees, that is 30 degree, 35 degree, 40 degree, 45 degree, 50, 55 degree and 60 degree. Then we have to measure the angle of refraction. Correction here, that is angle of refraction, and then angle of deviation. And here for first we observe that for 30 degree angle of refraction is 40 degree, and when we join that, this is the actual path, and here this is the angle of emergence here, and here it is observed that here when we measure that angle, it is less than 40 degree. Here this is the angle, and here it is equals to this 34 degree, and therefore here we write that value as 34 degree. This is the angle of deviation, and as we changes that angle of incidence, then it is observed that angle of refraction also changes, and for different angle of incidence, angle of deviation is also changes. And here this is the formula for that angle of deviation, and here this is the formula for refractive index of prism, that is n equals to sin a plus delta m upon 2 upon sin a upon 2, where m is angle of prism, and here angle of prism is 60 degree because it is a equilateral prism, and here delta m, that means angle of deviation upon 2. Here for this first calculation we take value of delta m as 34, then here we get as sin 60 plus 34 upon 2 upon sin 60 upon 2, then sin of here it is 4, 60 plus 34, here it is 94 upon 2 upon sin 30. Then when we find that value, it is approximately equals to 1.5. Here first that value is 38, therefore here we write the value as 1.5. But when we solve this, it is also equal to 1.508. That's all about the angle of incidence and angle of deviation. Thank you.